For anybody that knows me, you probably have an idea how much I like comedy and how much I don't. Comedy is one genre that I enjoy watching with people because you just get to experience so much laughter, so much, like there's just so much positive vibes in the room. And that is exactly how I felt when I watched Ajosepo. Ajosepo is one movie that I just felt like, yeah, this was made for vibes, and I think it just delivered on vibes. But I mean, I can't just conclude that, right? I need to take you guys through the entire process, what I thought about it, things I liked, things I did not like, and what the entire film is all about, right? So Ajosepo is a film by Kayode Kasum, screening at cinemas currently. And let's just delve right into everything that Ajosepo is. If you've seen it, you let me know in the comment section. If you'll be watching based on this review, you let me know. If you'll be skipping based on this review, you also let me know that in the comment section. And if you've not subscribed, please do. My name is Halimah Thebird and I talk everything movies. So please join my family members and subscribe to my channel. I'm sure you're going to love my content as time goes by as well. So let's talk Ajosepo. So to the summary of the film, Ajosepo is a story that delves into the lives of Dapo and Tani, a young couple preparing for their wedding. As their families gather in a luxurious hotel, festivities soon gives way to turmoil as long-held secrets, family tensions, and unexpected revelations threaten to tear them apart. So I'm going to take you guys through the cast and I'll tell you just a brief story about the film, then we can go into performances, what I liked and what not. So to the cast, we add Tomike Adeoye. She plays Tani. She's the main character in the film. We also have Afolarin, is also the main character in the film. He plays Dapo. We have Kanaga Jr., we have Timini, we have Yemi Solade. Yemi Solade plays Dapo's dad. Timini plays Jide. Ronke Oshodi plays Mommy Dapo. Muyiwa Demola plays Daddy Tani. Messi Aigbe plays Mommy Tani. Yemi Okolawon plays Uncle Frank. Bolaji Ogumola plays Mary. Bisola Ayola plays Yetunde. And Itele, the icon, plays Baba Ewekoro. So just a brief into their story. At the beginning of the film, we are introduced to Dapo, who is proposing to Tani. And, she says yes. And then they now start planning their wedding. And then they are going to this luxurious house that is owned by Tani's father. That's where they are going to be staying for the wedding. Then we start to notice that there is something fishy going on. Something about Dapo's family is not clicking. Dapo's mom arrives, but we don't see Dapo's dad. Tani is so nervous. She's feeling uncomfortable about the entire situation, asking Dapo where is his father, where is his brother. He should reach out to his brother and all that. Then we realize that there's a strange relationship between Dapo and his brother. And, we just get to... And then we get to meet more of the characters, and then we're exposed to the entire story, the entire planning of the wedding, things that would go wrong during the process of the wedding, and the wedding in itself. So that's basically like a summary of the story. So to their performances, so Tomike is this character who is very conscious of everything that's going on around her. She wants to make sure that everything for our wedding day goes perfectly well. She wants to make sure that everybody is taken care of, but also making sure that, she's prioritized for our wedding. But performance-wise, I think her acting was not so great. I wasn't really convinced that Tomike was Tani. I think there was a disconnect between the character she was playing and herself, or there was just a bit of her that could not leave, the character she was playing. I think that's how I'm going to put it. Also, I didn't really feel the chemistry between her and the husband she was marrying. That's Dapo. That's Afolarin's character. Though his acting was also average for me. I mean, for someone who has seen Afolarin in other films, I've seen him where, he had pulled his strengths more and he has stretched himself better. So, performance in this film, I think not so great for me as well. Timini and Yemi Solade, I loved them. I think they were my highlights in this film. Timini is this, carefree brother. He doesn't care about his mom. He doesn't like his mom because they have a very, very strained relationship. But he and his dad are best of guys, and I just loved their combo in this film. He and Yemi Solade, they played it beautifully. Their bonding, their bonds, their friendship, like it was beyond just being father and son. It was like they were actual guys in this film, and I really enjoyed their performance. They also made me laugh a lot of times. Ronke Oshodi as well. I loved her in this film. She was so funny. Even Messi Aigbe, she did really, really good. I think I enjoyed most of the performances in this film, apart from Tomike and Afolarin. Then one person I would say that did not do it for me at all. I couldn't even, get to understand their character or even why they were in this film would be Kanaga Jr. I don't even remember his name. It is that bad. I think his performance was very, very poor in this film. There was no connection between him and anybody else in the film. It was like he was just a standalone person. He didn't attach to anybody. Even he was supposed to be the friends with Afolarin. That's Dapo. He's supposed to be best friends or his best man basically. But I just could not see how they were friends. I just could not see how he fit. He had just one face all through the performance in this film. That was really poor. Anyways, that's that about performances from the characters. But generally, if I'm going to rate them, I think most of them were okay. They were not bad at all. They made the film interesting, and I mean the people who did well just overshadowed the people that did not do well. So I think that balanced it out for me. So to the things I liked about the film, first off would be the title. I mean, I made a tweet about saying I want to watch Ajosepo with somebody. I want to make Ajosepo. I think I really liked the title. It was just funny, and I mean for people that understand Yoruba, it means. I don't want to say this is exactly what it means, but it means like relationships, building relationships or having sexual relationships, basically relationships in general. The people always like interjodla, like someone you had a relationship with or someone you had sex with or sure you get the gist. I'm sure you get the gist. Anyways, I like that it was also very, very hilarious, guys. This movie was funny. I kept laughing and laughing, and it was just funny, right? I also liked a bit of the dialogue. I think it was mostly the funny dialogues that I actually enjoyed, not more of the serious ones, but the funny dialogues did it for me. It elevated the entire experience of the film for me. I liked the scenes with Itele, the icon. I think he was funny as well. Even Lizzie G as well. I mean, for someone who plays the same thing over and over again, you would expect that at some point you get tired of watching Lizzie J. You'd be like, I don't want to see this girl on my screen anymore. But she always finds a way to stay funny. I just really enjoyed that. I also enjoyed the clash between the mothers. I think he was giving typical Yoruba families. There's this, I think, for the most part, most of the things in this film were, very atypical to Yoruba homes. Like, the mother-in-laws not being friendly with each other or trying to just be friendly on the surface, and deep down they really don't like each other. The whole planning and moving from one place to another and saying, have you packed this? Oh, this, the whole cooking process. I also like that they showed us the cooking process as well. I also like that they showed us the wedding, because at some point I was feeling like, if these people don't show me the wedding and they just play music in the background and scan it through, I would be very, very pissed. Though they did that for a bit, but I don't know, maybe they came back to their senses and just, gave us the wedding proper. I like the way the story played out, the flow of it. It was quite nice. I don't think at any point I was bored, because I did get bored, but for the most part I think you would connect with it and you would flow with it and you would just really enjoy it as time goes by. I also liked that everybody has skeletons in their cupboard. Yeah, because for some reason, we're introduced to Tani's family as these religious people. They don't even drink alcohol. They don't curse. They don't do negative things in their house. They did not even want to marry into that. They would not have even accepted, Tani to marry into Dapo's family if they knew that his parents were separated. All those little things would make you feel like, oh, this is a saint of a family. But the fact that they had so much skeleton in their cupboard, that her father even knew about Dapo's parents not being married and all of that, I liked it. What else? I also liked I think majorly the story. The story worked well for me in this film. Gidi and his mom, we got a bit of insight into why their relationship was not working. And, I could connect with Jide as a person. I could understand why he felt the way he felt. Even Dapo as well, I could understand his thought process. I could understand why he did not like his brother. That family there was a bit of depth to them, basically. It wasn't so much, but, on an average level, it was just good enough to flow with the movie for me, yeah. So it was also a very feel-good kind of film. I think the main purpose of this film was to make us laugh, to make us just enjoy a story without having to think deep or whatever. And he also had moral lessons. This is very atypical of, a lot of Nigerian films having moral lessons. But I like that the lessons in this film were not very pronounced. It was subtle and it was delivered on a really good note. In general, I think I enjoyed the film, and that's a major thing for me, right? If I can enjoy a film, then I can excuse a lot of things, even if so many things are not great, as long as I can just flow with the film and I don't have to, why is this happening? Why is this? I'm not angry at so many things, right? So yeah, I really liked that about the film. So to the things I did not like about this film. Number one would be the shots and the angles in this film. Now, I'm not an expert. I don't know so much about shots. I don't know so much about, angles and stuff. But I know a bit. So I know that there were some weird shots in this film. I was seeing some low angle shots. I'm like, why do we have a low angle shot in this place? There was a particular location in the house that they used a lot. That's the veranda between the room and where everybody else was staying. The room where the Ajosepo in itself happened. That's between Yemi Solade and Bisola Yola's character, right? That was Dad and Yetunde, right? Where it happened and where the other people were staying, like Kanaga, like Tomike, and where they were staying. I don't know. I didn't like that look. I felt like the light was doing a disservice to that scene, as much as maybe they, it was supposed to elevate the entire thing experience. I just did not like it. Many of the shots in this film were jarring, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Acting from the main characters, God, it was so bad. I wasn't convinced at all that these people were in love. I wasn't convinced that Dapo and Tani even had any relationship. If they did not know each other, I could have said, oh yeah, they don't know each other, because they did not act like, these people are people that are supposed to be getting married. Zero chemistry. There was just nothing, right? I just couldn't see them together. Also, I did not like how there was no depth to the main characters. They did not even feel like the main characters. So the story is revolved around them, but it's more about every other person in the film apart from them. Maybe this is a technique that was adopted, but I personally did not enjoy that part of it. I did not know these characters, the two main characters, Dapo and Tani. I did not, apart from both of them getting married. Who are they? Why am I concerned about them? Why do I care for them? I wasn't aware of anything that had to do with their lives apart from the extended people, especially Tani. At least for Dapo, we knew that his family had issues, and this is the reason why he and his brother were not, cool or friends or whatnot, right? But for Tani, nada. I did not know anything about Tani, and it just made the entire film underwhelming, right? Also, Kanaga's character, I just needed him out, because his face was literally the same all through the entire process of this film. And I'm like, he's even supposed to be a doctor in this film, guys. And they're talking about things that has to be Magun. They're talking about things that has to, if you don't know what Magun is thunderbolt, right? They're talking about things that has to be Magun. The husband has placed Magun on his wife, and that's why these people have, been conjoined, right? But this guy is just being a dummy, right? I don't know, maybe it is the character interpretation, or maybe he was just really, really bad in this film. His acting was really, really bad. He just had one face, one expression, his dialogue. He did not even talk for more than the first half of the film. And then when he spoke, I'm like, oh, he speaks. I was really shook, because I'm like, so you can't talk, because he wasn't opening his mouth, he wasn't doing anything. He was just, Watching him was very, very, stressful for me. They also had so many unnecessary dialogue, long exaggerated scenes. I felt like there were some things that became repetitive because, you had said it one time, you didn't need to over and over and over say the same thing. Even though they were in different words, they still meant the same thing. I didn't need to have this long ass scene. So we had, those kind of scenes that were just unnecessary and tiring to watch. Also, the conclusion of Magun and cheating. So I wish they had given us a bit of context to how long they had placed that Magun on Yetunde, right? Her husband places Magun on her, and she says that her husband has never touched her since they got married, which means that they've been married for a while, and she has not cheated on him up until that day. So how long has this Magun been on her? Right? How long, did she carry this thing around? I just felt like a bit of context to that would have helped to understand how wicked of a person her husband is for not having sex with her since they got married, and to understand how loose of a person she is as well for, walking out of her marriage, typically at the beginning of the marriage or something. Do you understand? So just felt like we could have gotten a bit of context to that, right? Also, they had a lot of back and forth in this film, especially the process of solving that, this is Magun, this is not Magun, what should we do? Guys, I got tired when they kept going in, coming out, going in, coming out. I just felt like, okay, can we get to the end? You people are beginning to stress me out now, especially when Tomike was adamant on the fact that it's not Magun, it's a medical condition. Let them drag them, let them do this. It was just becoming a lot to watch at that point. I think the entire second act of the film, it was quite tiring to watch. So the entire movie in itself happened in one day, right? And at some point, I felt like timelines were not timelining anymore. I think there was a shot that happened in the evening, and then maybe we saw light somewhere again after that. I'm not very sure about how that played out because I watched it in the cinema and I watched it some weeks ago. So I wrote it down, but I did not detail, how it played out. And I'm really trying to remember, but I can't remember the exact details of it. But I know that there was something about some light issues where, it affected timelines. They had showed evening and then there was light somewhere, or they had, something in that line, basically, Sha. But yeah, in general, my conclusion of this film would be it was an interesting one, though there was no depth to it, no depth to the characters, no depth to it was just very, very surface level. It's a very surface level film. It's the kind of film that you don't expect anything from, and you don't really get anything from it either. You just laugh, right? It's like an elongated skit, but a very interesting one. Let me put it that way, just an elongated skit. And if you're looking for a film that possesses so much value, or that is out of this world or anything, this is not the film for you. But if you just want to have a good time, it's the kind of movie that you play on a Sunday afternoon when you come back from church and the whole family is seated. You guys just want to laugh and gist and bond. This is the kind of movie that you would enjoy. But yeah, that's pretty much it about Ajosepo. I liked it. I had a good time. However, I would only recommend to people who are looking to watch comedy as well. So if you've seen the movie, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. And if you'll be watching it, if you're going to the cinema to see it, let me know if if this review will be doing any disservice to you or not. And if this is going to be convincing you to watch it as well, let me know in the comment section. And I just want to know your entire thoughts about my review as well. Do you think this was a detailed review? What would you have expected me to touch on? I'd also because I'm looking to improve on my, reviewing skills, right? So yeah, let me know that in the comment section as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. And if you have not subscribed at this point, you know what to do. Like this video and share also. Bye!